Our next guest was named after his appearance. This is Froggy, because he has little frog legs. So you probably wouldn't guess how much this dog weighs. You think, oh, he's a super small dog, right? Like, no, this dog weighs 56 pounds. So don't be fooled by his stature. He's a big dog in a little package. He's about 3 years old. We have him down as a Terrier mix. A lot of people right now are breeding, pit bull type dogs with bulldogs to get this kind of look. He has a big personality. When they processed him, they noted his rough play style. So because of that, we're thinking that he would do best with older children, because he doesn't always like to share his toys, and he can play a little rough. But they did also note what you're seeing right now, which is his cuddly side. He likes to sit in your lap, and he's very affectionate, and he has a kind of a great little personality. But he definitely is a dog that you want to be prepared for in terms of as you mentioned when you brought him in, because of his interesting size and shape, when he pulls, he lags behind on the leash, but there's, the collars, because of his short neck's not really keeping him, on there too well. So a harness properly fitted obviously would be beneficial for this guy.
So considering his size, stature, all those things that make Froggy, do adopters need to consider certain things with his health or other things?
Yes. So, we always talk about the importance of exercise with dogs, but, breed appropriate exercise. This guy is an inside dog. Like, even though he looks like, a bully, right? You want to think of him as like your Papillon, right? He's an indoor dog. He likes air conditioning. He's going to go outside, maybe run around the yard a little bit, walk around the block. This is not your hiking dog by any stretch of the imagination. Not necessarily even like I'm going to take him out to the brewery dog, because of how he's built. He does have a somewhat brachiocephalic face. He has a very short neck. He's very heavy in terms of his weight. Being outside, not in extreme temperatures, not a great thing for Froggy. Potential things like heat stroke are going to come to this dog more quickly, because he's not as able to regulate his body temperature. And dogs in general have a harder time regulating their body temperature, because panting and sweating through the pads of their feet are really the only way that they can do that. They can't sweat like we can, so you definitely want to take that into consideration if you're trying to make Froggy, or who's one of 3 dogs we have of this stature. We also have Disco and Callie. They're dogs that you want to be mindful of how hot it is, and how far and how much exercise you're giving them when you're walking and things like that. But otherwise, older children we're looking for him because of his rough play style. But he's a fantastic guy who's going to make a great pet for some family. But in order to start that process, what do you have to do? You have to visit. And you can do that by booking your appointment at visitfcac.as.me.